Throughout Jesus' ministry on earth, he gave us living examples of what God desires of all of us. For example, Jesus wasn't born in a great palace. He wasn't surrounded by servants. He wasn't clothed in gold. He was born in a stable to a couple who had very little. He was a carpenter for many of his years before his ministry began. The birds of the air have nests and foxes have dens to lie in, but the Son of Man has no place to rest his head. Peter, in his ministry, when he washed the feet of his disciples, that was to show an example to them and to us by extension. He did not come to be served, but to serve, to put others before himself. And he showed that as an example to all of us, put others before ourselves, that whoever wants to be first must be last. Whoever wants to be the greatest must be the least. And that is shown both through Mother Mary and through Jesus. Mary humbled herself, and despite the fears of carrying a child, of the heavy expectations and the weight of how rapidly her life was about to change, since surrendering her own life, she chose to trust in God. And through that humility was born Jesus. Through his life, death, and resurrection was the key to reconciliation of humanity with God the Father. Because of Mary's humility, she is exalted, called blessed among women. The same with Jesus Christ. When he was on earth, when he was made lower than the angels for a time, when the word of God became flesh, he lived a life of persecution, being outcasted, of being mocked. He suffered torture and death. And in the midst of all of it, even though he was terrified, even though he was in pain, he trusted in his Father's will. Because of his humility, he sits at the right hand of God the Father. He will come again in glory, judge the living and the dead, and his kingdom will have no end. And through the earthly life of Jesus and through the life of Mother Mary, it is shown that God's favor shines on those who humble themselves, God's will over their own. In contrast to Lucifer, started shifting away from God's will because he became arrogant and egotistical. Focus shifted away from everything and everyone else and the Lord, so destroyed so much peace by manipulating angels out of heaven. By trying to make himself greater, he became lesser. He was cast down from heaven, lost all that once made him beautiful and glorious when he was Lucifer, the high cherubim. As Jesus said, the proud will be humbled and the humbled will be exalted. Whoever is first on earth will be last in heaven. Those who are least on earth will be the greatest in heaven. Only those who seek God's glory rather than their own will be given the right to eat from the tree of life and to wear the crowns of eternal glory.